Get up!
This land is your land. This land is my land. I'm a Texas tiger. You're a liberal wiener. I'm a great crusader. You're a Herman Munster. This land will surely vote for me.
This land is your land. This land is my land. I'm an intellectual. You're a stupid dumbass. I'm a Purple Heart winner. And yes, it's true, I won it thrice. This land will surely vote for me.
You have more waffles than a house of pancakes. You offer flip-flop. I offer tax breaks. You're a UN pussy. And yes, it's true that I kick ass. Ah! This land will surely vote for me.
You can't say nuclear. That really scares me. Sometimes a brain can come in quite handy. But it's not gonna help you because I won 3 Purple Hearts. This land will surely vote for me.
You're a liberal sissy.
You're a right-wing nut job.
You're a pinko commie.
You're dumb as a doorknob.
Hey, you got that Botox.
But I still won 3 Purple Hearts. This land will surely vote for me.
This land was my land.
But now it's our land.
From California to the New York Island. What I do?
From the liberal wieners
To the right-wing nut jobs.
This land belongs.
This land belongs.
This land belongs to you and me.
Yeah. Oh, and Dick Cheney too.
Welcome to the show, and I hope that this doesn't get me a copyright strike because it's crazy. Okay, no, it won't. It won't. I better not trigger YouTube. Wow. Okay. It's Hickox's fault, okay? Blame this video on Hickox. It's all his fault.
So I've got to ask, what do you think?
That was 18 years ago. This video was put up 18 years ago.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Now, here's the thing, right? So, Jib Jab, right?
Yeah.
It was a internet site that you could go on to, and for free, you could take like your picture or whoever's picture you wanted to,
Mhm.
and post it to their website. And what it does is they cut out the head of it, and they
Yeah.
post the head into their videos.
Oh,
Oh yeah, so you could
So-
make them of like yourself and your friends and all that kind of stuff. It was a great little website to do
Oh,
just
my
ridiculousness with.
you guys have ruined the show. I don't know what to do anymore.
Hey, let me ask you,
Oh my God.
how accurate was that for today's politics?
100%. 100%. You know, we used to watch a very sanitized version of American politics back in Nigeria on CNN. So what they show in other third world countries is very different from what they show in North America. It's very curated. But as soon as Trump won the election, all bets were off. It was like I used to ask what went wrong with American politics until I began to dig deeper and I saw that this has always been the case.
Yeah.
Okay, it's always been the case. It's almost like mom and dad fight in the house. The kids know that they fight. The kids know that they argue, and when they go to church on Sunday, they're all smiley and holding hands. The kids know what goes on at home. Okay, but now they ripped the door off, they ripped the walls off, and everybody's seeing what's going on around the world, and they're like, "What's going on?" You know, that's exactly what happened in 2016 because all of this, like every single name that they called each other is the same thing. Is the same thing that 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 they're saying today.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, okay. So let's catch our breath. Oh no! But my favorite part was this one.
What I do?
Oh God, what I do?
That was, this part of the hand, like it slapped. Oh my God. Okay, guys. Okay.
But you need to put some baby powder on that. Put some baby powder on that.
That's Hillary. You got to be worried about what she has in her hands.
No, that slapped.
New York,
okay, let's move on. Yeah.
That's going to be your new favorite thing. Whenever you're feeling down, you're just going to go back to that and keep flipping through it.
All right, guys, let's be okay. Time to be grown up. Today we're going to be looking at a few stories. One of the stories that we're going to be examining. Can you guys hear that? Okay, my kids are having fun. Okay, so one of the things that we're going to look at today is we're going to look at Milwaukee. All right, Milwaukee has the Democrats rigging themselves. All right, so you know how they said that the elections are secure, and that there's no cheating, and it's only doesn't exist when it happens against Republicans. But when you cheat your own side,
yeah,
and even the news reporters can't believe it. So we're gonna watch this, and there are a few few reports. We're just gonna look at this, and you guys remember the chat is open. Let's know what you think in the chat, and if there's stories that you think we've missed and you think we should jump on, don't forget to let us know in the chat. And before I forget, I'm gonna be posting the call-in link. Okay, call-in link, so that if you feel like just joining the panel and just asking some questions or making some contributions with your voice, the link is right there. You can turn off your camera. I prefer you turn off your camera if you don't have a setup like we do, and just ask your voice. What I do?
Everything. It's all your fault always.
Oh my God. Maybe I'll go in there and clip out that audio and put it on the soundboard.
What I do?
As a slap. Oh my God. All right. So NBC's reaction to finding out 5 USB sticks in Milwaukee were missing results of the election at midnight is priceless. So let's have a listen to this.
I guess the exact thing, yes, is if 5 of the USB sticks were missing results from the election, so then they have to go try to re-grab them.
Spin it. Go on, spin it.
Yeah, and they're
we need a
all the folks behind the
bite.
scenes are talking about this as well, so we can also look. It's unfortunate.
The folks behind the scenes here, you're saying?
Yes.
Are how do I ask this artfully?
That works.
like his hard drive
I
is
guess the
frozen.
exact thing, yes, is if
like he doesn't know what to say. He doesn't know how to spin it.
If you're gonna say hard drive is frozen, there is only one sound that goes for that. But please don't ever play it.
The AOL loading song. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Yeah, dial sound. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing, 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 doing.
Yeah. No.
Okay, so this is 3 minutes and 44 seconds. So that was just a few seconds. So let's hear them. Let's hear them try to explain this craziness. Oh my, sorry, I hadn't switched over. Oh, sorry.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Cope.
What's funny enough is he's trying to get information through an earpiece, and they don't know what the heck to tell him.
Here's let's look at it this way.
Trump was right. Let's look at it this way. Trump was right.
Trump derangement syndrome will literally not let those words ever come out of their mouth.
You guys cheat. You guys rig elections, and now it's happening in your own house. Hang on. Wait a second. Yeah, it's in your own house. And they literally DEI'd the DEI out of the DEI.
No. What they did was they backstabbed this socialist that's running. They're just like, yeah, you play nice, be pretty up there. Don't let her in.
Oh, jeez.
She's that ugly friend.
We're kind of indefinitely waiting for them.
She's the one you
get
have
their
that
act
makes
together
everybody
here
look better by
and
comparison.
Yeah.
get the sticks and bring them back and go on. And we've got folks here who are.
And look at the third person. How bad can you be to get just 7.6% of the votes?
No. That's the real runners at that point. Everything else is paid for, all right?
That's true.
That's a legit 56,000 votes there.
So they've got the psycho liberal white woman with suicidal empathy, the token black man, because we all have to have the token black man, and then just for S&Gs, we're gonna throw in this vaguely Asian man with the last name of Hong.
Okay,
that's a woman.
So
is
the
it?
person, so the person who won the intersectionality award was the black guy.
Yeah.
Because the white woman is too privileged.
Yeah.
The Asian woman is too crazy.
She too dangerous.
And so they had to go with a black man. They had to go, with a black man. Okay, fine. Let's go. Jeez. And try, like, you can literally see the steam coming out of his ears, trying to figure out how to spin the fact that these guys were caught rigging their own election.
Keep them here to.
God, it's painful to watch.
90 minutes, and it's 90 minutes.
This is what I call the little white lie has grown too large.
It's the snowball. It snowballs.
Oh, jeez.
Running for Congress. It's such a. It's like we've come so far here. It's been 4 hours since polls closed. It's been unbelievably interesting and intense.
What they mean? You mean that
the night here?
Just because the polls closed, they're supposed to actually have the ballots? What? Since when is that?
Oh,
isn't California still counting? By the way,
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
I think they are.
I think they are. I really, honestly think they are.
Hold on, y'all continue talking. I'm gonna check that.
And it really is coming down to this one giant, update in Milwaukee. But man, we waited 90 minutes for them. They did this whole procession, and then they find out there's nothing on the sticks.
What?
And yeah, so it's just my way of saying I'm just trying to say the audience here, so I know.
So you're saying that they deleted all the data on the 5 sticks?
Ooh.
Is that what it is? Is that?
Or they never even recorded the data. Could be thing that they never even recorded the data, because if there's a record of it anywhere, if they had recorded it, then there's that paper trail that they can follow that shows you guys cheated and put what you wanted on there. But if we never recorded it in the first place, we can then magically go back and say, oh, we've recovered the votes. We've recovered the ballots, and there's no paper trail saying they changed anything.
Now, who's to bet, okay? Who's to bet that somewhere on the internet right now, somebody is saying, let's not make this political.
Yeah, it's an honest mistake. Mistakes happen.
It's an honest mistake. It doesn't prove anything that Trump said. It's an honest mistake. Okay. There's no rigging. Our elections are secure. You don't need to pass a SAFE Act. Trump is still a deranged lunatic who's trying to rig the midterms. He's trying to rig the midterms. Oh, geez.
Abruptly ending on them, just why we're doing this, because the audience has been with us for 4-6 hours in some cases for this moment that didn't happen, and so folks, I think we are gonna wrap it here for the reasons we're saying here. Just
sorry, were they rooting for Francisca Hong? Did they really think that the Democrat Party leadership were going to let her win?
I think they were trying. So, like, that's the thing, is I think they were actually trying for that, and that's why they didn't record those ballots, those votes, so they could figure out, like, which party member can we push the right way to basically make it where they win.
Well, here's my theory. Okay, my theory is since Hakeem Jeffries got threatened by the DSA after those nominees in New York were elected and they started screaming, "You're next, you're next." I think they all sat in their smoke-filled dark rooms to say, these people are crazy. We can't step in front of the microphone to call them crazy, but we need to take care of them at the ballot and keep them from getting in because they're crazy. I think that's my tinfoil hat assumption for this, because mainstream media has been saying how the DSA is surging. They're popular. They're like, candidates like Francisca Hong, the future of the party. Zoran Mamdani is a new kingmaker. He's the new Barack Obama. Who's to say that Barack Obama didn't like that very much?
Yeah, exactly. And so I think what it is this is them trying to salvage their Democratic Party and salvage their power. Because, I mean, if they continue letting the Democratic Socialists run everything, then the Democratic Party truly is just completely done. Like, it's going to collapse.
Now,
you rock, right?
Yeah, I did.
See if you can find the date that California finished, because what I'm getting is quite concerning.
Okay, hold on. Okay, let me do that on a different tab. 1 second. When did California
finalize their elections?
Finish counting votes.
Okay, let's see. Switching over to Grok. Let's see. So I typed, when did California finish counting votes for the gubernatorial and mayoral elections 2026? The 2026 California gubernatorial race and most statewide races and major mayoral races, such as Los Angeles, held their June 2nd. General runoff election is scheduled for November 3rd and has not yet occurred as of primary election June 2nd. Vote counting continued for days to weeks after Election Day because of California's high volume of mail ballots. Signature verification or cure process, provisional or conditional ballots, and related rules. Counties generally must count most This is a long answer.
Right? You're like, I just want to
give you
date.
an answer.
By
That's
about 13 days after the election were limited. The complete and official complete the official canvass and report final results to the Secretary of State by roughly 30 days after the election. Mayor races, in short, primary counting and certification finished early to mid-July 2026, with most practical counting and race calls much earlier in June. The November 3rd. So essentially they finished counting mid-July.
What I got, right, is they never finished.
Okay. So what were the results?
Yeah,
here's the thing, right?
I saw that it said they finished roughly around July 15th. Is what
I've
they're
got
posting.
July 10th and I've got July 11th. It says that the California Secretary of State finalized on July 10th or 11th from different sources, right?
Yeah. So here it says it was certified July 10th, according to Grok. And Xavier Becerra led with 28% of the votes. Steve Hilton, Republican, trailed by 24.6%. Tom Steyer, the guy who owns ICE detention facilities, but says that he wants to disband ICE or disband those detention facilities from within California. Okay, he trailed by 22.8%. So everyone else is a distant 10%, 4%, and so on. For the gubernatorial, we heard about that election with the overnight ballot dump. Okay, so essentially,
here's the thing. They didn't finish. They basically were told to just stop so that way they could finalize what they had.
Okay, let's see. Did they finish the count?
Or just call it?
Because it's always good to ask these questions, to be clear. They did both, according to this.
Never mind.
Races were called
how do you do both?
So, in short, the races were called on projections in mid-June once the outcome was mathematically clear, but the complete official tabulation and state certification finished on July 10th. Okay.
So they said who they wanted to win, and then they stuffed the ballots and faked the ballots until they had the ballots to match.
Yeah, so essentially they said we want this person to have 15.5%, this other person to have 20%, the other person to have 24.6%, and then they had to nudge the ballots to to match those numbers.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, it's funny that it doesn't give you a straight answer, right? If you look up any Republican state, when did the state finish up counting ballots? They finished up on around roughly this date. Nah, it says it was finalized on the 10th of July.
Right. So yeah, so here's something here. Milwaukee says due to human error. 5 out of okay, so there's human error. We were told that everything was fine with the elections, but now there's human error when it comes to the Democrats, eh?
Yeah, so I just looked up like a red state. Like I literally looked up when did Georgia finish counting its ballots? May 19th.
May 19th.
May.
And when were the elections?
I think it was like the 9th. Yeah, I think we voted on like the 9th. Like the 9th. So they finished within 10 days. Official, finalized, counted ballots.
Yeah. So this is
but
the
we're too
full.
stupid around here. We got a bunch of rednecks.
No.
Hey, listen. You got to know how to count bullets, okay?
No, you can't say nuclear. You can't say nuclear. According to them, you can't pronounce it. Nuclear.
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 It's nuclear.
And the results. What we uncovered was that 5 of the sticks had the audit log downloaded and not the results. It's a human error. These things can happen. So basically what we need to do is go back to the operations center and we're going to download out of those 5 machines the results and make sure that's not the audit log.
I hate to say it, but why do I look at this woman and see a
reports printed
mantis?
from the first download, we're going to reprint and start the process so that we can compare those results.
Cheekbones and everything like that.
We invite you to come join us.
Excuse me, little frog.
And so
Sorry,
we
I got a little
download
free
those
frog
results and then send them back here to be uploaded.
5 machines are at issue?
Correct. Not the machines, the sticks. So the download process was the audit log was downloaded, not the results.
Out of how many sticks?
9.
And so you will only be reviewing those 5 sticks?
Correct.
But we can't know all of the results, and we can't see these 4 sticks worth of results that were done correctly.
Okay, so they are. Well, let's see what happens. This was how many hours ago? This was 13 hours ago. Why don't we have an update? How long does it take to download files from a stick?
Right, like what are they like literally sitting there doing like digit by digit for, coding or what? Because there's no way it takes that long to download. Where they have like the slowest freaking download rate possible?
Yeah.
It's communism. Internet.
Yeah,
All right, so this account, the Skiff, has been all in on tracking elections from the 2020 elections and so on. So anything that has to do with elections, they're on it. And they said, of course, they're reporting the same things. 5 out of 9 USB cards arrive at Milwaukee election headquarters with no election vote totals, claiming human error. We've heard this all before. Francisca Hong was allegedly supposed to crush it. Polls had her up 30 plus points over David Crowley in the is this Wisconsin? I thought we were talking about Milwaukee.
Milwaukee's a city, dear.
Okay, in the Wisconsin. Okay, so Wisconsin is the state.
Wisconsin is the state. Milwaukee is the
Milwaukee
city.
is the city. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. In the Wisconsin Democratic gubernatorial primary, final score Crowley by a razor thin 39.8% to 39.4%. Then Milwaukee turned in the 5 USB sticks, which are missing the actual vote data. Officials allegedly hit the wrong button, downloaded audit logs
They fat
instead of
fingered
results.
it? Is that what they're saying?
Yes, that's what they're saying. Awesome. And had to scramble back to the tabulators. Polls overhyped the socialist communist surge. USB sticks went rogue. Wisconsin just delivered one heck of a reality check. Well, let's not speak too soon. Personally, I'm saying yay. The Democrats are nipping the. Hang on. This is 4 hours ago. They only scream rigged when they lose. DSA. Oh, hang on. Let's just listen to this. I think this is better. We listen. See what they're saying.
So again, I'm George Christensen, Milwaukee County Clerk. Just wanted to provide an important update to the status of this election. In the process of uploading the results from the City of Milwaukee, we encountered some issues. So we brought in City of Milwaukee Elections Director Paulina Gutierrez, and she identified the issue and is going to explain what the issue is and how we're going to proceed.
Okay, thank you. All right, so as part of the download process, there are 2 things. There's the audit log and the results. What we uncovered was that 5 of the sticks had the audit log downloaded and not the results. It's a human error. These things can happen. So basically what we need to do is go back to the operations center, and we're going to download out of those 5 machines the results and make sure that it's not the audit log. So we have the reports printed from the first download. We're going to reprint and start the process so that we can compare those results. We invite you to come join us. Milwaukee Police Department will come with us too. And so we'll re-download those results and then send them back here to be uploaded.
5 machines are at issue?
Correct. Not the machines, the sticks. So the download process was the audit log was downloaded,
So
not the
it's
results.
like the same thing that we were watching.
Yeah, same thing. But we're getting the press.
Correct.
But we can't know all of the results, and we can't see these 4 sticks worth of results that were done.
I think, can you? Are the 4
We're
up?
aware of it. Yeah, I don't know if we can upload them. I mean, they've been uploaded. I think the number is 11,000,
Yeah.
roughly 11,000 ballots came off of those sticks, correct?
Of the 4?
Of the 4.
Yes, yeah, and it's about
There's about 15,000 ballots remaining based on our report.
Yep.
So we need about 15,000 more ballots to come in from the absentees from the city of Milwaukee.
Correct.
Do you have a sense of what work those are?
I have them in here, but it's a long list.
Sure.
Oh, sorry.
So as Elections Director Gutierrez said, they'll be going back to the city of Milwaukee's op center to do this, and then they will take care of that, and then they'll come back here again and deliver those sticks just like they just did, okay?
All right, so we're going to wait until they get back to us to tell us exactly what's going on. Earlier, before we went live, we were talking about the assassination attempt that wasn't really talked about, and it's been over a month since President Trump got back from that trip to Turkey, and now there's information being released about that assassination attempt. I saw something posted in my feed about the fact that President Trump was transported away from Air Force One in a food truck or a food cart onto a different plane because Air Force One was painted to be shot down by a shoulder-mounted RPG, I think. Is it called an RPG? I'm hoping I'm using the right words. So that was something that we were discussing before we went live, and there are a few things that we were saying, and I figured we should hold off till we came online to begin to cover some of those thoughts. So Tracy. Oh, can't hear you.
Oh, I forgot that. There's a little button. There we go. Yep.
Yeah. So
I forgot I muted it.
Yeah. So we were talking about the assassination attempt.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's in the news and it's been popping up in my feed again and again, and I'm like, I asked you guys, is this a new thing or is it still the thing that happened in Turkey? And it's the same issue with the thing that happened in Turkey, and we were talking about how the journalists were upset that no one told them anything.
Yeah, they were upset because Donald Trump got taken and he's safe, but we were all in danger. It's like you wasn't in danger, but come the priority list, Trump had to be moved to a secure location. It's protocol.
Yeah. And like I was saying beforehand, like we were saying, is that, there's the hierarchy of it. And let's face it, the president's more important than some reporters. Not that it would be, it wouldn't be tragic if those reporters died or anything like that, but the president's more important in the grand scheme of things. And like I was saying, is, we used to have the respect for that position regardless of whether they were your party or not. It was because it was the United States president. And so, like, nowadays, it's just, they don't give a dang. They don't care if it's the president of the United States. Oh, I don't like them, so, it's okay if they die. Never mind the fact that that would throw the entire United States into upheaval.
They don't care, and I'm not sure they know enough to understand what that would mean. I
can tell you right now that they're definitely looking around because somebody is giving out the president's location way beforehand.
Yeah.
Well, they better find that person because this is it's getting ridiculous. So let's have a listen to this report from Fox News.
Welcome back. President Trump says the U.S. has total control over the Strait of Hormuz.
It comes as new details emerge over the reported Iranian threat on the president's life while he was at the NATO summit in Turkey. Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yingst joins us live in Tel Aviv with those details. Hi, Trey.
Yeah, hey guys, good morning. It's a story that has captured the world attention this week, a threat against President Trump's life in Turkey last month. The Wall Street Journal is reporting that it was Israeli intelligence that tipped off the administration about this specific danger. The report explains the sourcing on this information, saying the U.S. official said Israel briefed the Trump administration on the intelligence, which included a threat to use shoulder-to-air missiles to target Air Force One. Now, ultimately, the president was moved from Air Force One to another plane using a catering truck, according to initial reports. The story comes as indirect negotiations continue with Iran aimed at opening the Strait of Hormuz. President Trump explained overnight that he doesn't trust the Iranian regime.
I'm the last person to trust Iran. They've lied to me constantly. We have total control over the Hormuz Strait right now. They don't have control. We have total control. We own it. Right now, we're in a very good position. We have a country that has been the bully of the Middle East for 50 years, and they're no longer the bully of the Middle East.
Yeah, so confirmed that this was a threat. Now, Tucker Carlson would say that are we sure that Israel was telling the truth? Are we sure that the peaceful Iranians tried to blow the president's aircraft out of the sky? Are we sure that the evil they're misunderstood? No, they wanted to
they were doing fireworks.
It's fireworks in honor of the president. They're so friendly. We should be apologizing to Iran, for retaliating against, their firing on ships and murdering people because they hate the West. We should apologize to them for retaliating, against them for bombing U.S. embassies and killing U.S. service members. We should apologize to them. In fact, did you know that Tucker Carlson, I don't know why I'm bringing this up, Tucker Carlson's manifesto, his manifesto includes, hang on, I'm going to ask Grok, bring up Tucker Carlson's 10-point manifesto.
Well, you know what's funny enough, right, is we just had a discussion, well, not us, but the United States government, our Department of War, they actually came out and stated that, I think it was like China or whatnot, that was supplying Iran with shoulder-fired missiles.
Could you repeat that?
Oh, was you not able to hear me?
No. I was trying to catch something that I was looking for in the list, so I missed what you were saying.
Well, it wasn't. What I was saying is, it wasn't that long ago that a report came out from the Department of War that I can't remember if it was China or somebody else, but we had reports that this other country was supplying Iran with shoulder-fired missiles.
Interesting.
So it only makes sense if they're trying to go after the president with it.
Yeah. Now, this is Tucker Carlson's 10-point manifesto for his political run in 2028. And point number 9 is decent, to be decent. Be pro-human, reject unnecessary wars, apologize or pay restitution for civilian deaths caused by U.S. actions. That is against Iran. he wants the United States to pay restitution against a country that has killed over 1,000 U.S. service members. Like, so sometimes when I'm going about my day in the morning, I have things to do. I'm driving around and doing things, and I'm playing these reports in the background. And I hear these things and I'm like, did I hear right? But I did. It's right here, 10-point manifesto. Pay restitution for people who murdered your citizens. All right? Tucker Carlson wants us to return to the weak, pathetic leadership that the Democrats have been known for. Okay? Pander to people who want to literally murder you and tell them how decent you are. You're going to win them with decency.
Again, that goes back to the whole suicidal empathy.
Yeah.
Like it's literally that suicide. They want to just basically have the entire downfall of the United States based on all of that. If we did that, I mean, let's face it, the United States is done for.
Tucker Carlson reminds me of being in school again whenever you got that special needs kid that gets really excited over like a piece of chocolate or something. So anytime it's dealing with Iran or anything like that, yeah.
Lord.
It's sad, but then again, whenever you see people like Tucker Carlson turncoat, for me, it just tells me, look, you can't 100% trust people. You can't. And I say this, I've said this before, maybe you didn't hear it before joining my channel, but I've said, I don't even 100% trust Trump. Because I know that Trump has his own reasons for doing things. He has his own reasons. And there's nothing wrong with him having his own reasons as long as it doesn't equate to the destruction of Western civilization. As long as it doesn't wind up doing that, I don't have a problem with that. Okay, now President Trump is human just like you and I. If you were in office, there will be advantages that you and I would take. Okay, we're human. Everyone takes advantage of being in a position of privilege.
Power. Yeah, and power. Let's face it. Like you said, it's human nature.
Yeah, like for example, yesterday, Tracy, you were describing how you introduced yourself to Chris with a 9mm. And how did that happen? Chris had privilege. He was privileged enough to be in his civilian clothing, and he could walk into the workshop where civilians weren't allowed to go into. But he could, because he had access, he had privilege to go in there, and he had a conversation with your 9mm. Now, that happens everywhere. Like there are places I have access to because of the relationships that I have. Yeah. Now, that is multiplied 1,000,000-fold if I were the president of the United States.
Yeah, that's like me. I have access to like the medical rooms at hospitals and their supply rooms and all of those kind of things. Like I have access to, ketamine and morphine and fentanyl and all of these fancy groovy drugs because of what I have, the role I have. That is the privilege I have based on my position. So yeah, as the president, yeah, you'd be like, listen, I can go into any pockets I want, basically.
Yeah. I saw a picture today with Tucker Carlson, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Joe Kent. Who else was in that picture? What was his name? The guy from Massey, Thomas Massey. Like they were sitting at a dining table or at a big table, and with Tucker Carlson at the head of the table, and they were all smiling for the cameras. And essentially, these are it's like the most disgruntled people who used to be on the right, who have been shut out of the conversation, who are belly aching about not being able to. Tony in the chat. No. That's the wrong sound effect. That's the wrong sound effect. Tony, we love you. Good to see you in the chat, brother. Well, I don't know. You know how to get into the room. You know, you have the keys. So if you want to, you can come in. Okay. All right.
Tony, just got to let you know, there is a video played at the beginning of this. It's got a soundbite that he's going to take. We got your are you gay? And then it got my what I do.
I'm going to have to get those two sound bites. I'm going to have to get them, put them on the soundboard very soon. Maybe I might need a bigger soundboard, just to have all of these things piled in. All right, okay. He says, okay, I'm now interested. So you have all of so you have all of the disgruntled people banding together to say how much they hate Trump, how much Trump has failed, and how they want to give reparations to Iran. how they want to give reparations or pay restitution to the enemies of the United States because it's being decent. Do you know what being decent is? Being decent is protecting your family from predators, protecting your country, your citizens from people who want to destroy them, protecting the legacy of the country so that your children have a country when you're long gone. That's being decent.
So what you was just reading there, right? That's coming from Tucker Carlson.
Mm-hmm.
I kid you not, Iran if you remember correctly, Iran put out a statement like wanting a deal, demanding that America pay restitution for to be able to rebuild.
Yeah, they did. They did. That was part. That was one of the demands during. I think it was the first ceasefire that they had. The first ceasefire where they. Huh? No, they've been talking about it for a long time. The very first ceasefire and so on, they've always been talking about it. Make oppression great again.
Right.
Now, okay, when you oppress the bad guys, it's a good thing. Okay, when you oppress the bad, do you know the reason why we live in a safe world? The reason why we live in a safe world is because the bad guys have been oppressed. Both of you worked in the prison system. Mm-hmm. People who commit crimes deserve to be oppressed, so they are put in jail. If you don't do that, they gain power and they oppress people who can't defend themselves. That's the way it works. But when people get so suicidally empathetic, they're like, oh, we don't want them to feel bad. Yes, he murdered an entire family. Yes, he burned down a building and 20 people died. But we have to be
this
empathetic.
Little old lady's fence. So, oh my God. Or he was underprivileged because he didn't have his daddy in the home.
Oh, yeah. Or you don't know how he grew up. like with no clue. They're like, you don't know if it was, the fact that he grew up poor, or that his parents didn't love each other, or they didn't tell him how much they loved him. You don't know what happened to this guy that he would lose his mind and kill all these people. So you don't deserve to judge him.
Oh, he
Who are
had such
you to
a
judge
hard
him?
upbringing, and that's why he did this. Now, never mind the fact that there's like people that I personally know. My parents grew up in very abusive, terrible homes,
Yeah.
and they grew up to be perfectly wonderful people. They,
Yep.
raised good kids, have jobs, not been to jail, none of that kind of nonsense. And they were raised with terrible parents that, abused them in all kinds of ways. So you can't use that as an excuse, because it does come down to, let's face it, you have a choice to make. You can either choose to do these things, or you can choose to not do them. So, choices have consequences, whether they're good consequences or bad. So I don't see the problem with holding people accountable for their actions.
Well, the thing with the left is that if you do something bad, okay, you don't have agency. It was the bad thing happened because of somebody else. Someone else is responsible.
Yeah.
Usually it's someone else's fault.
It's not
the
my fault I
system's
got
fault.
addicted on crack, even though I went and sought out the crack, that it's that whole mindset.
Oh no. Tucker Carlson, hang on. Tucker Carlson was talking about, I literally watched this today, and we're back to Tucker Carlson. We are piling on Tucker Carlson. So I
sucks.
I used to be a fan.
It was like with him and Candace Owens and everything like that, they actually used to make sense. And I'm not saying this just because they were like Republican or right leaning or anything like that. They legitimately based their stuff off of facts. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, we're just gonna like make a hard left and
maybe what happened was that they fired the script writers that had some common sense. So I want to play this. Yes, James. Okay, go poo, and then tell Marcus to deal with that. Yeah, we're being professional. Yeah, we are messy. We're messy. Yeah, we're not professional at all. So
but here's the thing, right? With Candace Owens, right? It was right after Charlie Kirk was killed, right?
Yeah.
I actually put a video out saying my piece, like trying to correct people on the caliber of the rifle that they were talking about. Oh, it couldn't have done that. And I'm like, these people are retarded. It's a hunting rifle. And then I literally said, I definitely know I said Candace Owens and a few other people. I said, just be safe, right? Always have somebody watching your back for you, right? And then it was like immediately after, everything just went.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the heck happened? Did y'all get switched with a doppelganger? Did we go into another Matrix?
No. Well, I don't think we'll ever find out what happened. I don't think we'll ever find out what happened because like something definitely happened. And for me, here's what I think, and this is just me. Okay, I have a lot of thoughts. What I think is that these people never really believed the things that they said. They had script writers who wrote these things, and they simply said what they thought we wanted to hear. And for the most part, those things that we wanted to hear is this old-fashioned thing called common sense. All right? And you don't have to look too far to find common sense. You literally have to go out of your way to find stupid. All right? Just like this set of comments that Tucker Carlson made in this video. I heard somebody react to this video, and I couldn't believe the mental gymnastics that Tucker Carlson was going through to argue that a person of his own free will going to a bank or to a lender and taking a loan is fundamentally evil, and that people shouldn't be in debt, even though they decided to borrow money, but he thinks that America is faulty or broken because people can use their free will to go to a lender who, of their own free will, give this person a loan, and they have an agreement. The agreement is you pay back. If you don't pay back, you pay interest. And deal. Two consenting adults enter into an agreement, and then one person breaks the agreement and has to pay a penalty of interest. So here's his outrage.
A sovereign person be underwater in debt? Well, of course you can't, because when you owe more than you can immediately repay, you're effectively owned by the person to whom you owe the money. So debt is an attack on sovereignty. And it's important to say that because no one ever does. And so you kind of move around this society and hear people talk about their credit scores if it's a significant measure of something. Got to have a good credit score. What are you really saying? You have to be worthy of losing your sovereignty to a bank?
So a sovereign person decided to go to another sovereign person and ask them for money. The other sovereign person says, I could give you my money, but then my money wouldn't be working for me. So why don't you take my money, and then while it's helping you out, you pay me a fee for as long as I don't have the money in hand to do whatever I wanted to do with it. They shake hands on. So he's spouting socialist and communist ideals. Now, usury is something that that the Bible, he uses the word usury because that's what the Bible calls it. Is the simple word called interest. And it is God telling the Jews not to take interest from fellow Jews. God in the Bible, and if you're out there listening to me, correct me if I'm wrong, but in the Bible, that instruction was only from Jew to Jew. But Jews were allowed to take interest from anyone outside of the family. If someone can check that out and fact check me, you can let me know. But I think that's what I read in the Bible. So Tucker Carlson is again misapplying principles of Scripture and trying to make it okay. Sorry, I have this nudge that I have to do it live. So hang on. Let me do this real quick. Sorry, guys. In the Bible, did God command the Jews to not collect usury from fellow Jews, but by implication, were free to take usury from Gentiles? I hope this works. Trying to use the audio feature. Oh gosh. Okay, failed to connect. Okay, sorry. So did God allow Jews to take usury from Gentiles? So I just have to ask this because, I don't want to be like Tucker Carlson, who just says stuff and doesn't fact check himself. He's just saying, hey, as a matter of fact, this is what I think you should believe. Aha. So here's a question. Did God allow Jews to take usury from Gentiles? Simple answer, yes. According to the Torah, the biblical text permits Israelites to charge interest to foreigners while forbidding it among fellow Israelites. People like Tucker Carlson and other people who don't read the Bible or understand the Bible take these random points and try to transfer it into modern day relationships. Okay. What we forget is that Israel was a family. It was a family of 12 brothers. Actually, 13 brothers. Okay, no, 12 brothers, 12 tribes. And that family had children and they weren't allowed to take interest. It's almost like your kids loaning each other money, and one of them decides that they're going to charge interest. And then if their sibling doesn't pay, they throw them in jail.
Yeah, that's like, I've loaned my brother money, and I'm not sitting there going like, oh, well, see, I loaned you $50, and that was like 2 months ago. Well, now you owe me $100. I'm not about to do that. That's
Exactly.
my brother.
Okay. Well, Chris is different.
Yeah, he doesn't make the rules, so it's okay.
So God was talking to a family and says, "You guys are brothers. You don't take interest from blood, from family."
Yeah.
And people like Tucker Carlson don't understand it. And now he's trying to transfer it over to the banking system in the United States, to which this principle does not apply.
The banking system is a company. It's a business. I mean, let's be real. Like, stop trying to look at it like it's not a business. A business is in business to make money.
So and then Tucker Carlson is taking this socialist approach of money grows on trees. So the person who's handing you his money to go sort your problems out, as long as you have the money, he doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever it is he could have used the money for, he can't use it. And so what do you do in that scenario? The inconvenience of not having access to your money has to be compensated for by interest. That is how, and then the building that you walked into to make that arrangement, the employees who had to file the paperwork and make sure that you had a great experience, depending on the kind of establishment you walk into, the coffee they hand you to sip while you wait on the person who is assessing your credit score and everything, the electricity, the air conditioning, everything, the seats, the chairs, everything is paid for. It comes at a cost. So what is Tucker Carlson's solution to this? Nothing, just outrage. That's all he's saying. So let's keep listening to like, I'm sad.
I'd like to jump in here for a second. He's having issues with people being in debt. But then you have to question of why people put their money into a bank. If you have multi-million dollars and walk into a bank and say, "Hey, I want to pull out my multi-million dollars," they're not going to do it. They're not going to be able to do it right off rip because they don't have the cash on hand. Why is that? It's because they take your cash and they invest it into other people, and they get paid that way while also keeping
they're using your money. Yeah, they're using your money to make money for themselves.
Yeah, but you put the money in the bank and they promise you what? Interest.
Mm-hmm.
So
because they're paying you to use your money to make more money.
But in reverse, but in reverse, you depositing your money in the bank is you loaning the bank your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
what's funny enough about all of this is what I'm thinking that he's trying to reach out to is these younger generations that have student debt, crazy amounts of credit card debt, other stuff like that, right? It doesn't make sense of why these kids have got all this debt until you realize that nobody taught them how to build up their credit without going into debt.
Oh yeah, we don't actually teach them what they need to know. God forbid.
Which is even worse for what Tucker is trying to do, because he's taking advantage of the stupidity of these people. He's depending on the stupidity of these people. If anyone believes Tucker's spiel, claiming that charging interest is such a bad thing, you shouldn't be charging interest. Do you know what, Tucker Carlson? You have a few millions spread around in mutual funds and different things. You call it an investment. It's actually a loan. You've given these banks and these companies your money to use temporarily to build up their businesses. You loan them your money, and then that thing that comes back to you as a return is called interest.
Mm-hmm.
It's usury. So Tucker, while he's shaking his head and
With his
being
little
outraged,
squinty eyebrows and
yeah,
face.
why don't you write to your investment bankers and the places you've put your money and tell them,
they
look,
don't have to give you
they
interest.
don't have to
They don't
give
have
you
to do
any
any of that.
interest because it's so bad. They should just hold on to your money, use it as they will, and when they return it to you, they should give it back. They should give you back exactly what you deposited 20 years ago, which of course has depreciated in value, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
The stupidity that I see coming out from the likes of Tucker, Candace, like they are bending over backwards to defend the indefensible. And because they're doing that, they're like, it's almost like they've lost their minds. They just keep, it's like a slippery slope. Like they've gotten into this slide, and the harder they struggle, the faster they descend. It's crazy to watch, and it's painful to watch, because listening to like Tucker Carlson used to make so much sense. But
they
now,
used to actually use real facts and not twist everything.
Yeah.
Like I said, that was like I was saying the other day, like with the regular like Walter Cronkites, I'm just dropping the facts, make your own decisions. We don't have that anymore. They have to, I guess, feel like they need to pick a side.
Well, they do. They do need to pick a side, and sadly, the side that they picked is malicious. It's crazy. It's malicious, and they are terrified of that side because most of them are wondering what's going to happen in 2028.
Yeah, and I also think that there's a fair amount of it too, because if you notice, especially a lot of it happened after Charlie Kirk's assassination.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they flip-flopped over to the other side because they're like, listen, I don't want to catch a bullet. Okay.
It's possible.
I don't want that mobile hole punch to come at me and now I'm out of the count. So I mean it's cowardice.
And you know what? They can afford security. They can afford to raise a campaign against the insane violence that's coming from the left. They can afford to double down and say, okay, like, look, Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, and everyone else who's done a heel turn, Megyn Kelly. They had a choice. They made the choice, but there are other people who decided to double down. Steven Crowder, who used to do what Charlie Kirk did. I think he was the first person to do the campus ask me anything or prove me wrong debates. And then Charlie Kirk took it to the next level. And he said, look, that one of the videos that I watched, he said that Charlie Kirk came to him to ask him to give him some advice on how to do the Ask Me Anything debates that he used to do on campus. And he says that the one regret that he has is that he didn't warn Charlie about the crazies that came after him, that they would come after him too. Yeah. He said he didn't warn him, and that he regrets not warning him. But Charlie was a big boy. Charlie understood. Charlie had security.
He did. He had security, and he was doing what he needed to do. But it just proves to show, it just goes to show you that, I mean, truly, honestly, if somebody wants to get something done, they're gonna get it done.
The thing I think with Charlie was that they underestimated the determination of the left to end his life, or if it's not the left, the enemies to the right that took Charlie out. They underestimated their determination, and that's why
it was also the enemies to to religion, to the Christianity and stuff like that. It was the enemies to that, because I mean he was a very Christian, very godly man that went out and he was like, hey, these are my beliefs. These are the facts that I'm seeing. Talk to me and let's have a conversation about it.
Yeah.
And they didn't like the fact that, he was converting people to Christianity from non-believers. He was, pointing out facts and getting people to actually stop and go, oh, wait, hold on a second. That does make more sense when you actually look at it that way.
Yeah.
So he was doing a good job. He was out there actually doing something. And so I think that's what honestly really pissed people off the most, and why they had to take him out, and why they were so determined to make it happen.
And we took I don't think we all I think we understood how far these people were willing to go when we watched Trump almost get assassinated.
Yeah.
Okay, so we saw that, but somehow we got complacent.
Mm-hmm.
We relaxed and said, okay, no, it will never happen. Trump is in office. We're winning. Are you tired of winning yet? You know, it was that groove that was going on, and then Charlie happened, and it's like, okay, these people are not going to stop fighting. They're not going to stop doing this, and we all need to wake up. Now, a few people woke up differently, and I think Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson and Megyn Kelly woke up differently. Megyn Kelly, in recent times, has been an apologist for Islam.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, what are you doing? And the same for Tucker Carlson. Now, we can only speculate. We don't have the facts. We don't know what's going on. I would say anyone who would heel turn that quickly, they were never true believers. Okay, they were never true believers. And if you can turn and become something that you claimed you were not, it means that you were never that thing in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, the first thing people thought you were not, you were lying, and no one should ever trust you ever again. You know, so essentially we've heard the entire argument from Tucker Carlson. He believes that usury is wrong, that paying interest is wrong, that sovereign people going out and approaching a company to give them a loan and going into debt with a full understanding of what they're doing is the fault of the financial system.
Yeah, and it's kind of like when you run into those people that claim that, oh, I'm a sovereign citizen, so these laws and rules don't don't apply to me. Like, no, they do, sweetheart. Okay.
Yet you enjoy the benefits of the system that gives you the right to claim that you're a sovereign citizen.
It's like he's saying, they get the benefit of walking into a financial institute and going, hey, give me the money, I need this, but they don't want to actually,
be responsible for the decision
for what they're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, they want to blame the billionaire who puts his money at risk every day.
Yeah.
To fund you guys, because there are people who go into debt to buy a PlayStation. They're like the people who go into debt for the craziest things. I get calls regularly. Last week I got a call. Oh, you qualify for a $10,000 credit. And I'm like,
oh yeah, these random you're pre-approved for this credit card.
Yes.
You're like,
and I'm like, well, thank you for calling, but I don't need it. I have money problems. I do. Like the next guy, I have money problems. There's that 10,000 looks pretty, but you know what? I know it's not free. I know once I take, and then I asked the question. One day I decided, okay, I'm going to ask these guys what the catch is. And I said, okay, so what's the interest structure? And the person on the other end of the line said, this is the percentage of interest. I said, is that monthly? They said, no, it's daily. I said, well, thank you for calling. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for calling, but not at this time. And in my head, I said, not ever. Not at this time, not ever. Now, you don't go into debt with your eyes wide open and then blame somebody else. And when you do get into debt, you do what grown-ups do. You take responsibility for the decision you made. You tighten your belt. You go on rice and beans. You make sure you pay off that debt.
You eat those 30-cent ramen packages and, air sandwiches because you're like, we gonna make it happen.
No vacations. No splurging. No, I need to spoil myself. You don't spoil yourself
No
until.
$9 coffees every morning and going
Oh
and getting your
no.
hair and your nails done and all that nonsense. Okay, yeah, no. Okay,
Yeah.
we got real adult problems and we need to handle business.
Exactly. Like that's what real adults do. That's what Tucker Carlson should be saying. But no, he's pandering to the mob of layabouts who don't believe in taking responsibility, who believe that everyone else is the problem and not them.
Yeah.
And that is so
doesn't make any
sad.
sense.
And honestly, this explains the 10-point manifesto that he released. It's clear who he's talking to. He's talking to the middle of the road socialists who need a dark horse who will dilute the Republican vote, and so they can rush to him and prop up his movement, so that the Republicans who are fooled by Tucker Carlson's spiel vote for him. These socialists vote for him. And then the Democrats who can't stand the far left Democrat Party, but see someone who is against Trump and they can hold their nose and vote for Tucker Carlson's party, they vote for him. Like that's what they're hoping happens.
Yeah, he's like straddling the fence, hoping to sit there and walk that fine line of balancing it so he can pull from both sides.
Yeah, I hate Trump enough, so I'm your ally. I am not on the left, so I am your ally.
Exactly.
So
it's like pick a lane, okay? Pick a lane. You got to pick one, and eventually somebody's going to force him to pick a lane. It's going to come to a point that he's going to be forced to pick a lane.
So my prediction is he's going to double down on this. His rift with the left, with the left, and his rift with the right is too deep for him to essentially be trusted by either one.
Yeah.
He spent years attacking the left, and right now he's betrayed the right. Of course, he says that he tries to frame it that Donald Trump betrayed MAGA, and everyone who is paying attention can't see that claim.
Exactly, because I mean, it's when you're playing two-faced. Okay, when you're exposed as being two-faced, now neither side likes you.
Yeah.
It's like I can't be sitting there telling you, "Oh, you're super awesome. I love all your videos," and then behind your back, I'm going like, "This dude totally sucks. Don't watch any of his crap." Okay,
he did that with Nick Fuentes.
Yeah.
He did that with Nick Fuentes. He was being so cordial and nice, and then the next day throws Nick Fuentes under the bus. It's like,
yeah,
why? Like, if you were going to be, mean after he left, it means that you couldn't, because the point is this, okay? Tucker Carlson isn't great at debating.
No.
And he falls apart when you push back and he's wrong. It's like when he did that interview with the reporter that told him, hey, you said that Trump was the Antichrist. And he said, I never said that. And then they played the video of him saying that Trump was the Antichrist. Like whenever, Tucker Carlson is on the wrong side. He's not equipped to be a leftist. He's not equipped to attack the right. So he's going to fall apart. The only thing he's known for 20 years has been right-wing talking points. That's what he's known. And every time he tries to debate as a leftist, he will lose.
Yeah, he totally falls apart because, I mean, you're sitting there, you're like, okay, you've based everything on this side over here, and now you're trying to go to this side and thinking you're going to help this side over here because you know all about this side, but you're like, but you have absolutely no idea about what's actually going on now. And now anytime anybody points anything out, you're like, oh, crap, I was wrong. And then it's that whole cowards thing of going, oh, well, since I'm wrong, I'm just going to I'm going to get louder, or I'm going to, start saying, like they typically do on the left, Nazis and, that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
racists and everything, because they don't have the intellectual capacity to have logical conversations. And I'm not saying all of them, but a vast majority, they don't want to have those conversations. They don't want to be intellectuals.
Oh no, there's this debate. There's this debate that I bookmarked. You might like it. It's Michael Knowles. Michael Knowles talking with. I know I bookmarked it. Jeez, I bookmarked it. Okay, let me search for it in the bookmarks. No. Knowles. I bookmarked it. It's a recent debate between him and here it is. I thought I bookmarked it. Jeez. Okay, there it is. So here's a professor who's supposed to know his onions, and then here's how Michael Knowles just rattles him.
Michael Knowles, what's your response to this campaign by Scott Galloway?
Well, I think it's a desperation play, particularly after President Trump won the popular vote, particularly on the issue of mass deportations and illegal immigration, because what it sounds like the professor is doing is calling on people to punish tech companies, not merely for supporting Trump or in some cases in any way supporting Trump, but because he rightly observes they're propping up the U.S. stock market. And so the upshot of all of it is that the left wants to tank the U.S. economy in order to punish President Trump for the crime of having been elected by most American voters. I get it. If my party had just been vanquished at the polls and if the other party had unified government, I might be trying to make these desperation plays too. I think it's contrary to the common good. I think if the U.S. economy actually did take a serious hit, that would really hurt people, some of the people that the professor claims to speak for. I think it's unpatriotic generally, but I kind of get it because they've tried their electoral and political and legal means. They've tried to take out Trump 10 ways from Sunday, and it hasn't worked. So I guess the last attack is let's try to destroy Amazon.com.
Scott, your response?
Yeah, we don't know each other, but I can guarantee you there's almost nothing that's desperate about my life. Two,
not your life,
if you look
the
at
campaign
polls,
is what I'm saying.
If you look at polls, I would argue that polls are not the president's friend right now. And it's probably the most unpopular president at this point in the presidency in history. And two, everyone has the right to decide where they're going to spend money and where they aren't. And we have a very fragile economy right now, which is 10 companies propping up the S&P and responsible for 70% of the earnings. And if somebody decides that they want to send a message to the administration and a message to the president and a message to these tech leaders who have been texting me how upset they are about these policies, but not speaking out publicly, then I think that's their right. And
what
I think
policies
that an economic,
do you object to, Professor?
Well, having a mass secret police shooting mothers in the face or denying a person's first second.
You're referring to
Excuse me,
Border
sir,
Patrol.
Please stop interrupting me. I'm just trying to clarify. I let you prattle on with your trafe. Let me finish.
I'm just trying to understand what you're attempting to say. You're referring to the Border Patrol and secret police?
Denying a person's First, Second, and Fourth Amendment rights, putting 10 bullets in them, a person, an ICU nurse
You're talking about Alex Preddy and Renee Good?
Is taking care of veterans, bringing the chaos of the border to every city, pretending, having a mass secret police, tariffs that make absolutely no economic success, and are declining or hurting the prosperity of Americans. I think there's a lot to choose from here.
Okay, so I wanted to clarify, because you say that you're very upset and we need to tank the U.S. economy in order to stop these awful Trump policies.
I did not say we need to tank the U.S. economy.
You said you want to damage the companies that are propping up the U.S. economy. So I'll just make the
I'd
point.
say it's your right to not support companies.
You say it's their right, but you're calling on them to do it. So you're encouraging them. This is not a neutral action. You're saying that you want that to happen, and you want it to happen because President Trump is deporting people, not through a secret police, through a very public police, which is Border Patrol and ICE.
Obama deported more people
following the
than
laws
Trump.
passed. Excuse me, Professor.
Obama
following the laws
deported more
passed
people
by
than
the
Trump.
U.S. Congress and the laws that President Trump won the popular vote to enforce after years of lawless neglect by Joe Biden. That's what you're saying. And your example that you point to is when a woman drove her 4,000-pound SUV into an officer and he rightly shot her because of that. You're saying that this is justification to ignore the law, ignore the 2024 election, and destroy the U.S. economy. Real smart stuff.
So you believe, well, there's just not a lot of common ground here, sir. You believe that woman was properly shot?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think if you drive your car into a cop, he's justified in shooting
Let's agree to disagree. And if you want to support these firms, you can. I've decided not to.
So whenever common sense is brought into these debates, these people
That's not what I said. I didn't say that. I said you had the right. Never mind the fact that he's pushing that propaganda.
He's pushing the propaganda, and then he pivots over into secret police, murdering American citizens, killing mothers, kidnapping babies.
Not right now.
You know.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh crap, you actually pointed out legitimate facts and I can't dispute that. So here, let me bring emotions into this because, she was just a poor woman that was saving people's lives and veterans and all of this and delivering babies and everything. She was just poor innocent mother that got shot for no reason. Woe is me. Yeah, she tried to run somebody over. Okay. You're like, oh, I know she didn't have her kids, Chris. But like, it's the whole thing of, again, they can't win with facts, so they're going to play on the emotions. We're going to bring that suicidal empathy back into the whole picture because how dare you point out facts that disprove everything I'm saying?
It's crazy. And then, anyway, I don't want to dive into the claims that he made about 10 companies propping up the S&P 500. He forgets that the world is recovering from a worldwide pandemic that essentially destroyed the global economy. The few companies that made it after are the ones that are essentially propping up the S&P 500. He's not saying that. He's avoiding the facts of reality just to make sure that everybody knows that Trump is the reason why the economy is
Orange Man
is bad.
Orange Man bad. Orange Man bad. So Orange Man has done everything wrong. He's the Orange Man is bad. So everything that goes wrong must be the Orange Man's fault.
It's just crazy to watch and like I look at these things and I'm like. It's exhausting by now, but it's even more exhausting to watch grown men who are supposed to be who are supposed to be more educated than the rest of us, and they use their education to essentially lie about everything. They want to lie about everything and tell the world that the reason why they can't have their eggs and milk is because Trump is in the White House. Yeah. All right. We're gonna have to call it a night. Oh my goodness.
We still went well over an hour.
All right.
And we were even trying to keep it shorter. We were even trying.
Well, we failed again. We failed again. Or should I say I failed again? One of the things that happens when you're having a good conversation is that time just flies.
And you don't realize that it's been an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's been an hour and a half and you're like, okay, I was supposed to have ended this conversation 2 hours ago and we're still talking because it's so good. And while you're saying your Southern goodbye, someone says something that kicks off a new angle to the conversation.
Exactly.
Because we were literally wrapping this up with Tucker Carlson.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then this comes up. But it's good. Like we're privileged to be able to have these conversations and to literally, we're privileged, Tracy, to have a brain.
Yes, and common sense.
Yeah.
And the idea that, we can accept if we're wrong. And if we get presented actual facts, then, we can actually look at it and discern the facts and go, oh, okay, so I was wrong. My bad, I was wrong. So we can then adjust.
Where's my car keys? Is that chocolate cake?
Yes.
Oh, no. Well, it happens to the best of us. It happens to the best of us. You go downstairs to get something, and then there's a good show on TV, and you're standing there watching, and it's 30 minutes later.
Okay,
Why did I?
I've totally done that. I walked towards our kitchen, and Bluey was on the TV, and it's actually a pretty decent show. Like, because there's definitely some parts in there that I was like, as a parent, I 100% relate to that. I found myself sitting there, like standing there leaning against the wall, just watching Bluey for like 3 episodes, and I was like, oh crap, I was supposed to go switch the laundry around.
It happens to the best of us. It happens to the best of us. Now, tomorrow, how should we look at some body cam videos tomorrow? I'm thinking of one, the January 6th protests, riots, insurrection. Choose your pick. I'm thinking we can look at some of those, look at some news, but I would love to have your eyes, if you're available tomorrow with Chris, to have your eyes on the January 6th riot, protest, insurrection, all of the above.
Yeah.
And let's take a look at this and run some commentary on it, because over 1,000 videos were released. They held it, and they kept the public from seeing the videos, even though it was available. Just like the George Floyd body cam videos. They were available, but they were hidden so that the press could say everything that they wanted to say, spin their narrative, and send innocent men to prison. And I would think it'll be good for us to do that. Chris and I talked about continuing the body cam videos this month, but somehow we just put it on the back burner. But since you're here, and if you're going to be on the live stream tomorrow, we could look at that.
Like I said, I quit my, POS job, and I start a new one Monday. So guess what? I am free and clear to Monday.
Woohoo! Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, so we're going to do this tomorrow. Yes, we're going to talk about the news. What we're going to do tomorrow is just hang out, look at the videos, talk, just discuss everything. And look, 4 years of Biden leaves a lot of memories. There's a lot to talk about while we're watching the January 6th videos. And I think there's still some protests happening in Maine and a few other places that aren't big protests, but they're still there fooling around, but they're protesting. And maybe we talk about a few of those protests that are happening, because the left is very committed. They are very committed.
And how much you want to bet as soon as it becomes midterms, like it actually becomes for the official election for the midterms, you're going to have it's going to be like some new like hantavirus COVID kind of nonsense, or there's going to be some new like, oh, they were a martyr like the Renee Good, or that kind of stuff that's distracting people, or oh, there's going to be these whole mass deportations and now we have to all protest again so we can screw everybody out of voting. I'm predicting the future.
No, we know it's going to happen. We know it's going to happen. Chris says the hantavirus got bullied off. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Like it's like clockwork. Ready, cue, and on stage they just jump on and start doing the thing. So we know it's going to happen.
Pushing like swine flu, bird flu, all of that kind of stuff, and you're like, they totally suck, but it's a virus. It's like when they were pushing COVID that apparently had to shut down the whole world. You're like, it's an upper respiratory infection.
It's a cold.
Yeah, exactly. I
It's a
was like,
cold.
it's upper respiratory. It's that. And you know what's really funny? Okay, this is just a little medical fact. You know who gets affected the least by COVID?
Smokers.
Smokers. Because
Which is crazy.
nicotine is a natural killer of the COVID virus. So, yeah. They actually, for long COVID, they actually prescribe the nicotine patches for people.
Wow.
Yeah, so just thought that was a fun factoid. If you don't want to catch COVID, just put on a nicotine patch.
That's good to know. Okay. Hard stop, because we just pivoted into another topic where else we're going to be here for 3 hours.
Yeah.
All right. Tracy, awesome having you as usual. It's always fun to have you. Chris, I know you're off camera to the side listening to the show and commenting. Love you. Lynn, I hope you made it eventually. She was supposed to make it, but I think she's quite busy. Oh gosh, 2 hiccups for the price of 1.
Right.
All right, guys. So we're going to be back tomorrow. We're going to have the we're going to look at the news, but we're going to be looking more at the body cam videos from the January 6th thingy, whatever it is that you want to call it, and then we're going to just talk over
the guided
that.
tour.
The guided tour, because because we got to see the inside of the Capitol building. It was like different angles we saw.
They were let in and they're like shown the way, like, here, walk this way.
Yeah, and then a few months later, they got their doors kicked in, claiming that they broke into the Capitol building. Yeah. So we're going to look at that tomorrow. And if something big, shows up, then we talk about it. A lot of news shows have been having slow news days because everything is ramping up towards the midterms. And so it's like the calm before the storm.
Yeah.
So things are kind of building up. The Democrats are figuring out who they're going to let win and not win. So there's not much insanity going on.
Who's going to give them the best chance to beat the Republicans? So, and it depends on what areas that they're in.
Yeah.
You've got your Zorons and stuff like that, but then they're like, oh, wait a minute, we can't have the Franciscan kid over here, so we need to change it to this guy. Who's got the stronger chance to win against the Republicans?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, guys. We just opened up a new topic accidentally, but tomorrow.
Chocolate cake.
Goodbye. Goodbye. So, guys, we're going to be back tomorrow, same time. We're going to be, like I said, what we're going to talk about. I'm not going to say it again. And we'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Love you.